Following the release of The Bear's second season, it was easy to overlook just how much wisdom one of its episodes carried. With all the episodes released at once, many viewers raced through the season focused on the drama. Yet, as the emotional dust settles, episode 7, titled Forks, stands out as a subtle yet profound exploration of personal growth, the value of service, and a refreshing counter to toxic success culture. This episode centers on Richie during a week-long training at a high-end restaurant known for its meticulous attention to detail. But it isn't a story about mastering cooking techniques. It's about learning the art of care, precision, and respect. From the moment Richie arrives, he's tasked with polishing forks until they are spotless, a job so dull it almost feels like punishment. At first, Richie treats it as another humiliating obstacle thrown his way by Carmi, reinforcing his belief that success is out of reach and determined by power and recognition. Yet, what follows is a gradual transformation as Richie begins to realize that success might not look like what he always imagined. Through seemingly mundane tasks, he discovers a different kind of fulfillment, one rooted in presence, care, and attention to detail. This shift challenges the toxic notion that success is purely about climbing the ladder or chasing recognition. At the beginning of the episode, Richie embodies someone caught in the trap of toxic success culture. Feeling lost and frustrated, he compares himself to others, especially to Carmi, and measures his self-worth by what he hasn't achieved. Polishing forks seems like a symbol of failure, reinforcing his belief that life is passing him by while others race ahead. Garrett is Richie's mentor during this training. He introduces a radically different way of thinking. He says,
I just need you to respect me. I need you to respect the staff, I need you to respect the diners, and I need you to respect yourself.
Insisting that care and presence are the heart of a good service. This philosophy is at odds with the grind mentality Richie is familiar with, where meaning is only found in result in his status. At first, Richie scoffs at the idea. How can polishing forks possibly matter in the grand scheme of things? The high-end restaurant could have easily been portrayed as yet another toxic workplace, obsessed with perfection at all costs. However, the episode presents a different kind of perfection, one rooted in care and craftsmanship, rather than competition and ego. The meticulous attention to detail isn't about proving superiority, but about creating a meaningful experience for others. This vision of success is an implicit critique of toxic ambition, which values hustle and productivity over presence and connection. The turning point comes when Richie's frustration peaks and Garrett points out streaks on the polished forks. Initially, this feels like a personal slight, triggering Richie's insecurities, but as the days go by, the repetitive nature of work starts to act like a meditative practice, bringing unexpected clarity. Polishing forks becomes Richie's personal version of wax on, wax off, a task that seems pointless at first, but slowly reveals itself as transformative. In a world that tells people to focus on outcomes and grind towards success, the act of polishing forks offers Richie something different, the chance to be fully present. It's not about finishing the task as quickly as possible, but about doing it with care and intention. The process itself becomes meaningful, challenging the idea that value only lies in visible achievements. One of the episode's most powerful moments comes when Richie surprises a diner by delivering a deep dish pizza after overhearing the guest's passing comment. It's a seemingly small gesture, but it reflects Richie's shift from performing tasks out of obligation to genuinely caring about guests' experience. This gesture highlights a deeper theme, the beauty of going beyond what's required, not for recognition, but simply because it makes a difference. This moment isn't just about service, it's about purpose. Toxic success culture encourages people to do the minimum required to meet external expectation, but Richie's experience reveals that true fulfillment comes from the small, unseen effort that makes others feel valued. At one point, Richie asks Garrett, "Do you really buy into all this?" Referring to the restaurant's obsessive culture. Garrett responds,
I love this, Richie. I love this so much, dude.
Raises an interesting tension. Has Garrett found a healthier form of success, or has he merely adopted a new form of pressure disguised as passion? Even in culture that values care and precision, there's still the risk of internalizing expectation in unhealthy ways. This dynamic reflects a subtle critique within the episode. Is Richie finding freedom, or is he swapping one version of ambition for another? The restaurant's philosophy offers an alternative to toxic success culture, but it also asks Richie to engage deeply with every task, which could become overwhelming if taken to extreme. The episode leaves a space for viewers to consider how even noble ideals like craftsmanship can become burdensome if they aren't balanced with self-compassion. And the episode reaches its emotional peak when Richie meets Chef Terry, who embodies the philosophy that every task, no matter how small, has value if approached with care. As she carves mushroom with delicate precision, she teaches Richie the episode's central lesson.
Respect feels attached. I think time spent doing this is time well spent.
This moment serves as a counterpoint to the relentless rush of modern life, where time is often treated as a resource to be optimized rather than an opportunity to engage meaningfully. Chef Terry's words underscore the idea that success isn't about how much you accomplish, but about how you spend your time. This is the crux of Richie's transformation. He learns that purpose isn't found in grand achievement, but in effort and intention behind every detail. A minor critique of Forks is that Richie's transformation feels almost too quick. Can someone truly change so profoundly in just 1 week? Perhaps not, but the episode suggests that change doesn't always require dramatic moments. It can begin with small shifts in perspective. Richie's week-long training may not solve all his problems, but it sparks a new way of thinking. Success isn't about racing to the top, but about finding joy in small, intentional acts. Rather than rejecting ambition, the bear redefines it, suggesting that true success is about doing meaningful work, however small, with care and intention. Richie's journey reminds us that life is not about reaching the top, but about finding purpose in the process. It's a call to slow down, be present, and care deeply, even when no one is watching.